I think you guys know the rules, but I'm going to read you 3 ideas from the business news this week, and you're going to tell me, is it going to flop or is it going to fly? Steve, we'll start with you. Periscope has partnered with GoPro to let users broadcast video on the streaming service from their GoPro cameras. So GoPro cameras will be available through Periscope. Flop or fly?
Okay, so flop, because I just don't think there's that many people who want to see your broadcast extreme skiing. And GoPro's in so much trouble. It was at $60, the stock now at 11. Sales are down, earnings are down by half. It's not going to save GoPro.
Andrew, what say you?
I'm going to agree. It's a flop. I mean, GoPro has made it clear that it wants to be a media company, but the rest of the business is going down the tubes too fast to catch up.
I'm going to counter you guys. I think it's a fly. I think it's a great idea. I think these two things make sense together. I don't think it's going to save either company or stock price at all, but I kind of like it. And Twitter agrees with me, by the way. We threw these questions out to Twitter this week, and Twitter says fly by 68%. So there. All right, next, Tiffany. Luxury brand Tiffany is partnering with Coty for a new line of fragrances. Andrew, flop or fly?
I'm going to say fly, but kind of with an asterisk. I think the idea of Tiffany as a lifestyle company, as a luxury company, not a jewelry company, is a smart idea. But Tiffany has expanded its interest before when it got into sterling jewelry, and it ended up, kind of devaluing the brand. So careful.
Good point. I own some of that sterling. Steve, what do you say?
So I wore Tiffany cologne when I first graduated college. So I'm going to say fly, because I think that if you're moving to a big urban center and you want to be a big, you want to show that kind of richness and brand, you might want to put on some Tiffany cologne.
And maybe you will. Maybe you will again. I agree with you. I'm going to say fly. Fly-ish. I think that this is a huge brand. That little blue box just goes so far. And these brands make tons of money off of fragrance. And Tiffany hasn't been hugely present there for a long time. So I say fly. And Twitter says flop by 59%. So anyway, they're not liking it. All right, finally, Amazon is spending big on its first Super Bowl ad, which will be about its new Echo voice-controlled speaker. Flop or fly? Amazon Super Bowl. Andrew, what do you think?
It's got to be a fly. I mean, this speaker has been pretty well received by the public, as compared to like the Fire phone, which was absolutely, a bad idea. It's doing well. It's got artificial intelligence that powers it, and I think a Super Bowl ad will help people understand what makes it special.
Steve, what do you think?
Flop, just because he said fly.
Gotta be the contrarian. I'm going to say fly. This ad is going to have Alec Baldwin and Dan Marino. I think it's going to be funny. I think it's going to be good. And I don't know. I say fly. And Twitter says fly by a whopping 64%. So there you have it.